Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Walk My Dog with me. There he is, smelling pee. Classic, that's Willoughby. I got a new phone, so this is gonna rule. Hey, so Happy New Year. And this is actually what I want to talk to you guys about today, because it's something that has been coming up a lot. I've been seeing it on social media a lot. It's something I think about a lot, especially towards the end of the year, start of a new year. And that is usually around the end of a year, I see at least 50 posts, which means there's about probably a million, about people saying how much the year sucked. And by the way, this has been going on every year that I know of since 2015. I literally have a photo of me going to a fuck 2016 party that had balloons that spelled fuck 2016. So I just want to get into this phenomenon a little bit because I think it's something that says a lot about where we're at. So I think the reason why people think years suck and like your life sucks is most of us, if not a lot of us, are viewing our own lives through the lens of news and through the lens of social media and through the lens of what people tell us we should be focusing on. And we've become so conditioned to think that that is actually what reality is, right? So reality is this year, the Palestine-Israel war. Reality is AI's taking over. Reality is global warming's real. Reality is we have two basically dead guys running for president. Joe Biden doesn't know where he is. Donald Trump's yelling on a fake social media site. Elon Musk has another child and is just rocket shipping his ego to the moon. So that is what reality is. But I would like to just offer this counter perspective. How often are you encountering these people in your lives? How often is Joe Biden and Donald Trump calling you on the phone? How often are you affected by true crime? How often are you getting murdered at night? Hopefully not a lot. So let's scale it back. This is the analogy I always use. Basically, when you're born, it's like you've been given this beautiful, amazing Ferrari. It's brand new. It's perfect. There he is. It's in great condition. Hold up, in the back right corner, there's a tiny scratch. And you see that scratch and you don't like it. But it's there and you're still driving a beautiful Ferrari. That is what I think life and reality is. Your entire life is a Ferrari, and the news and the negativity that's often pumped towards us is the tiny scratch. And you're going to say, hold on, Brennan, that's not true. That's bullshit. But think about this. If you were really to do this from a mathematical, scientific, scaled back perspective, and you were really being honest about how much good there is in the world versus how much shit there is, that is actually a pretty equivalent analogy. The news is only showing us the scratch. That's all there is. So it's only going to always find the worst things to show you guys, the worst reality, heightened senses of fear, anxiety, panic, worry, and to make you feel bad. Inflation, division, everyone hates each other. But that is actually not what's going on at all, and it's actually wildly dishonest. And for people who are like, this is being naive or like Pollyanna, I would say that you're not being rationally correct about sheer numbers. Think about in a given day how often people do the right thing. Somebody smiling, somebody helping you out on the street, somebody going out of their way to be compassionate towards you, somebody giving you a present, mom staying up all night to take care of their kids, hospice nurses sitting by the bedside of somebody who's terminally ill with cancer and caring about them. This shit will never be reported. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about how much progress I think we've made in the last 6 years, in the last 14 years of that I've been following politics and modern times, if you want to use that terminology. But like, I'm a big believer in the slow, unreported inertia of progress, okay? Here are things that has gone on in my lifetime that has given me massive hope that are not reported because they're not gotcha horrible stories, okay? So, in my lifetime, George W. Bush, 2004, tried to ban gay marriage. I think we have never been living in a more tolerant time towards the LGBTQ community, if I can pronounce it correctly. Sorry, guys. Pot and drugs, the legalization of pot and drugs, it's not even like a thing anymore. It's not even a discussion. People used to talk about arresting people for smoking marijuana. We are on the forefront of the most exciting time ever in the history of the world with psychedelic medicine and breakthroughs in mental health and therapy on a level that has never existed ever before. And it's only going to get better. The accepting of other people has never been better. Have you guys not hung out with a TikTok person? They're fucking kind, man. And that's just normal. The unbelievable push towards exciting and unique authenticity is only growing. I have a friend who is Dariani, who's a social media influencer. She's super beautiful, dynamic as fuck. She posted a TikTok of her dancing with her salsa instructor. This is not a traditionally handsome man, okay? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't think it's being mean. He's overweight, kind of, and he's not very attractive. Dariani's beautiful. She posted this video of them dancing to Gasolina together. It got it was 15 seconds long, and she got 10 million views on it, and almost every single comment was about how great he was and not how great she was. And I'll just tell you guys this, 10 years ago, the hatred and vitriol towards that guy for no reason would have been so significantly more. I mean, the way I grew up, the way that we used to bully each other, the horrible things we used to say to each other, people just don't do that anymore. So this might seem like a small thing, but it's fucking not. And guess what? It's never gonna be reported on the news. And it's only gonna get better. The way that we are tolerant and the way that we love our families, the way that people are more open with each other, the way that they're more like, I see it with my sister, the way that she parents, there's more patience, there's more kindness, there's more consideration for people's feelings in a level that's never existed before. I feel like that's kind of a big deal. I also feel like because of the internet, we've never had more of a democratization of so many of our institutions. People are becoming more and more realize how powerful they truly are, that they can make their own content, they can start a YouTube. We've never had more millionaires ever in the history of the world, and people are more and more becoming awake to the fact that they're abundant as fuck and they can have whatever they want. Again, these are stories that will never be on the news. So let's back up. Why is this important? So let's say in a given day, and so when people are like, oh, Brennan, this is privilege. This is a privilege talk, which nothing is better than shutting down an argument or a discussion by saying that's privilege. Because then you don't have to hear any fucking nuance when someone talks, you call someone out on their privilege. Okay, so let's say for a second you get up in the morning, you're feeling great, you have great friends, loved ones, but then you turn on the news, and then you get sucked into a vortex of negativity on cable news. You are physically going to be in a worse state and worse to your friends and your family, which is the number one thing that you can control when you do that. So every year, that's what people are doing. They're flipping on the news and they're saying like, oh, this is the worst, this is my reality. But I just would challenge everyone to look at the immediate reality surrounding you. Look how much beauty there is all the time and choose to focus on it. I am not at all saying there are not bad things. There are absolutely, for certain, bad things. But I just would really like to challenge people to really start to see. Oh, I have to go find my dog. I'll be back. Okay, I found him. That motherfucker tried to sneak into a dog park. Classic. Okay. So I just want to say, why is this so important? It's so important is because I think in order for us to live in the world that we want to live in, truly want to live in, the utopia that I think a lot of us are striving for, which I'm with you guys. I'm with everybody that wants this place to be better. I could not agree more. And I know what we can do better. In order to do that though, we have to first take care of ourselves and our perspective and our point of attraction, whatever you want to call it, in order to really further and make things better the way that we want it to be. So instead of seeing your entire life as CNN.com or fucking NewYorkTimes.com. And also just consider this for a second. Most of these things that we so worry about, politics, Trump and all that, like, that dude's not thinking about you. He doesn't give a shit about you. David Zaslav, the head of Warner Brothers, doesn't give a fuck about you. When everyone was so mad about him during the Writers Guild, which I'm all for that, I kept telling myself, I'm like, David Zaslav's not thinking about me. He doesn't deserve to be in my brain. You are better than this. You're better than being lured into like such a dark narrative of people who don't give a fuck about you. So just when you wake up in the morning and you start to truly see, instead of diving into a vortex of negativity and anger and saying the whole world is fucked, I would just like to invite you to look across the room or look up at the sky or look up at your kids or your friends or somebody you love, or even the beauty in nature, which is insane, your dog. Always look at your dog. And then I'd like you to realize that like, this is what is really reality. This is hey, morning. This is by far the most dominant narrative going on. Is all of the beauty that's surrounding you immediately. And now take that, ingest that, feel that, take it in, and then now go out in the world and affect change. Don't let the news and shitty narratives trick you into thinking that this is your year. You are above that. Your year could be whatever you want it to be, whatever you choose it to be. You are beyond magnificent in a way that's indescribable. Don't let yourself get lowered into bullshit, because that's all they're doing. And I used to be there, so I'm not judging people who do this, and I still will check headlines, but it's like, I truly believe that this could be the best year of your life. So not fuck 2024. 2024 is amazing. And we're gonna have to be on high alert, because this election's coming up, y'all. And it's basically gonna be two guys on stretchers, unhinged, debating each other. So instead of gauging in that, let's go out and let's feel and realize how great this world really is. You're the best. Happy New Year.